Welcome back. I turned these two pieces a few months ago green, and I've had them in paper bags drying for the last few months and they're ready to go, so I thought I'd show you my process of how I finish them. This piece here is maple, and Eric at the Oregon Woodturning Symposium, he gave me that, and this one is from Dale over in Washington. Let's go ahead and get started. The wood shop is sponsored by Robust Lathe, Easy Wood Tools, and ChefwareKits. A lot of times when you're doing the second turning, the tenon will warp quite a bit, so you need to put it in between centers and drew the tenon up before you put it into the chuck. But this one wasn't too bad, so I just put it right into the chuck, and I'm just cleaning up the inside and truing it back up. I'm doing the same to the outside, just nice light little cuts to true it up. As I got close to the bark line though, there's still two little flat spots and I really don't want to chance it. There's some nice features with the bark that I want to keep, so I'm going to go ahead and use my DA and 100 grit. The 100 grit takes it down really fast, and I can kind of shape it a little bit to round it over and just turn the lathe a little bit as you're working on it, and it makes a nice smooth transition. And then I'll go ahead and apply some mineral oil and hand sand the rest of it. I need to turn the tenon off the bottom now, so I just screwed a waste block to a faceplate to get it away from the lathe, and I'm using a non-skid pad in there, and I'll bring the tailstock up and center it back up. As I was turning the tenon off, I normally put a little bit of detail on the bottom, a couple little lines or something with the detail tool, but I could hear it getting really thin, and I don't need any more bottomless bowls, so I left it smooth. I cut the nub here off with a pocket knife and then just hand sanded that little spot on the bottom. This bowl I turned really thin and rough sanded it when it was still green, so there's no way to true it back up. I just let it kind of warp a little bit in the bag, and so all I need to do is resand it and go ahead and take the foot off. Only on this one it was a little bit thicker and I could put a little bit of detail on the bottom, and this is some of the cherry I got from Dale a few months ago. there we go. Again, Eric, thank you so much. It was a beautiful piece of maple, and I think you can hear that. Maybe. It's just a little bit too thin to put any detail on the bottom, so I just hand sanded it. And I really like how the bark sticks up there. I think that looks neat. So, very nice, thank you. And the cherry one, this was from Dale over in Washington. Actually, he came by the shop again this week and gave me a piece of eucalyptus and a glass insulator. So thank you again, Dale. And I have some more of this in the barrels and waiting till I could get to it, but it just warped a little bit. I just let it do its thing, and it was a little bit thicker on the bottom, so I was able to put a little bit of detail on there. But I'll put some pictures up at the very end so you can see it. If this is your first time here, I have a new project video every Friday. I hope to see you there, and if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe. Take care.